Welcome everyone to this Week 11 Hambone Fantasy Football Update. I'm your Commissioner, Mike Hampton. Alrighty, we have a very big week. Playoff picture was a little bit clearer this weekend, and we have highlights. We'll have some highlights, and then we'll also have the updated playoff picture. First off, defending champion, 20 Minutes with Tebow. Defeated Super Saucy Spaghetti 162 to 83. This, of course, was our Pasta and Chips Bowl. Tebow was led by this week's MVP, receiver Mike Evans, who had 7 receptions, 209 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. This matchup actually puts Tebow back in the playoffs this year for the second consecutive year, and unfortunately knocks out Spaghetti from contention. Next up for Tebow, who is now 7-4, will take on the 7-4 Nowhere Elder Dragons, who are still looking for a playoff spot. Next up, we have the Sons of Thunder defeating the Silver Bullets 138 to 83. This was a clash of champions, but the Sons of Thunder prevailed largely due to the Chargers defense special teams, who only allowed 6 points and had a fumble recovery. That puts the Sons of Thunder up to a record of 8-3. And actually earned them a playoff spot. So congratulations. This week they take on Mr. Just in Time, who is 6-5 and still looking for a playoff spot. Both of these teams, of course, are playing in the Class of 2002 Bowl. So good luck to them. And third, the unstoppable team of the Leland Lizards continue their perfect season at 11-0, having defeated Mr. Just in Time 107 to 97. This was a bit closer than most of their teams in the games in the past, but again, the Lizards squad was led by Aaron Rodgers, who had 341 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Important note: the only team in league history to ever start 11-0 other than the Lizards was last year's Peteyville Pirates. They started 11-0 to go on to lose their only game of the season, which was their 12th game, and that was actually against Leland Lizards. So, looking on their schedule for next week, they take on the rookie Trailer Trash Touchdown, who are 4-7 and looking for. They still can hang on to get a playoff spot and can do so with a win. So there is history on your side. So good luck to you. All right. Now I know what you're saying. Usually each week we have a couple of 2-3 games we highlight and maybe start talking about playoff implications. But if you weren't listed, you're probably sitting there wondering, what about my team? Well, let's go through both divisions and see where people stack up. Who's in, who's out, and who's still hanging on. Let's start with Machismoville. Who's in? Both Firepower and 20 Minutes with Tebow are in. They have playoff spots. Seeding's yet to be determined, but they are definitely in. Congratulations to you both. Of course, Tebow is the defending champion. Firepower is one of our rookie sensations. Who's out? The only one out in that division is Touch Me and I'll Sue. Unfortunately, they just they had a competitive team all year. It just seems like every week they were they had a little bit less than the other guy. Currently, they're 1-10. But thank you again for playing, and we hope to see you again next year. That's just the way, fantasy goes. Now, who's still alive? Who can still make it? There's a 4-team race. Mr. Just in Time, the Peteyville Pirates, Hook and Slicers, and Trailer Trash Touchdown. With 4 teams like this, the playoff scenarios with 2 games left to go can be a bit complicated. That's something I normally save for going into week 13, and I will do that next week. Every team that's still alive, I'll go over team by team who has to do what to get in. So, but for this week, we'll just say those 4 teams are still alive. Going over to the Maniacs division, it's actually a bit more clear, a bit more cut and dry. Who's in? Again, Leland Lizards, who are 11-0, and actually with this past week, they have actually solidified the first seed. They have locked that up. That is theirs, and they can't be moved. So, congratulations. 11-0 will do that. And again, as I'd mentioned earlier, joining them are the Sons of Thunder. Their final position is yet to be determined. But second seed is looking likely. Who's out? We had a couple teams fall off this week. Or actually one, yeah. The Bears Rock, they were already out last week. And then joining them was the Super Saucy Spaghetti. So, again, both of you gentlemen, thank you for playing. And I hope to see you again next year. Now, who's still alive? This is where it gets interesting. And this is where I will go over the scenarios a little bit. Essentially now there's 2 playoff spots remaining. And there are 3 Hamptons fighting for those positions. Of course, that is the Nowhere Elder Dragons, the Silver Bullets, and my own Hambo and Burger Kings. It's actually quite simple. The Bullets and the Kings go on head-to-head this week, and if the Bullets win, both the Bullets and the Dragons claim the last 2 spots on that side of the bracket, and my Kings will be eliminated. It'll be cut and dry, over and done with. If my Kings win, the Dragons need a win this week to earn a playoff spot, and then both my Kings and the Bullets would have to go on to play week 13 to determine who's in or out. But again, if the Bullets win, both the Bullets and Dragons earn playoff spots. Simple as that. Okay, like I said, next week we will have playoff scenarios for all of the remaining teams, and it's getting exciting. It's near the end. We're going to see who's in, who's out, and who's going to play for the trophy. So again, thank you very much, and hope you have a good week. Good luck. Bye.